Thanks.
Hello and welcome to Around the Clock. I'm your host, Yolanda Greaves, and we are back here with Rich Powers. Rich, welcome back to Around the Clock.
Been a while.
And his newest puppy, Timmy.
Jimmy.
Why do I say
My wife calls him Timmy, too.
His newest puppy, Jimmy. Rich, how old is Jimmy?
Jimmy's about 4.5 months.
And how long have you had him?
We received him first week of May, and he was actually donated to us.
Oh, nice.
He was donated to us by a charity group called Go Feed Dogs, Golden Opportunities for Independence. And they raise resource dogs for police departments and school. And when we lost Spencer and Penny together, they reached out to us and they offered us a dog. And I thought, my goodness, I don't know how much they cost, but okay, let me talk to you. And she said, no, we want to give you this dog. We love what you did with Spencer and Penny. We want you to continue the mission. So we were extremely grateful. We did make a donation to Go Free.
Yeah. So remind people of Spencer and Penny's story.
Spencer and Penny were a couple of therapy dogs that, pretty much visited, schools, hospitals, assisted living, and also became world famous over the marathon. They've been out there since 2015, but in 2018, they got noticed specifically because Spencer was holding the flag in the most gruesome conditions for...
That was a tough one. I remember being in that race. It was a rough year,
and he just was so proud to hold that flag. He felt the energy. He knew it meant a big deal. And as long as there were runners, he would hold the flag. And when the runners were, in between the waves, he would just rest and wait for the next one. It was interesting because every time, we went every single year, the minute I got out of the car, he'd jump out of the car and I would just hold the flag. He would jump up, take it out of my hands and trot down the street with it. So
that's so cool.
He did enjoy it. He definitely knew it was a big deal. And Penny would hold in like when Spencer was taking a break, but she was just more into resting.
So Spencer and Penny were therapy dogs.
Correct.
And is the plan to do the same with Jimmy?
Yes. And I forgot how much work it is to train these kids. I did find it easier with training two dogs because you had an older one to help train the other one. Mm-hmm. And then, so not having an older one now makes it a little trickier because the older one would teach the younger one. But he's doing extremely well. We're working extremely hard with him and bringing him into social situations. We'll bring him to, not crowded restaurants and that sort of thing. We try to bring him into any dog-friendly establishment like TJ Maxx or Home Goods or any of those places. And he does very, very well with that. We're actually bringing him into a trainer as well so he gets exposure to other dogs, not just us. So, and it's really helped him, be quite a calm pup. I mean, this is pretty calm.
He's doing really well for 4 months to just be sitting here.
I would put him, as far as training goes, I would put him at 100% when he's not distracted.
Yeah.
If he's distracted, I would still put him above average, and not just a puppy, just above average for the average dog. So I think his training is coming along pretty well. And I think he's going to make a fantastic therapy dog. He's very, very gentle, very, very loves attention. And, and I think that's just a perfect recipe and he's highly intelligent.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
Well, it's funny. I'm no longer a dog owner. I was a dog owner, and every once in a while people are like, you should...
We don't need to eat that, buddy. We're still learning.
You should get another dog. And I go, it's just, to what you said, it takes a lot of time and energy and a lot of work. So...
Yeah, they're not
I'm
just
thankful
decorations.
That people like you.
Yeah, they're not just decorations. So if you don't have the time, it's a wise decision not to get them.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, I don't know how you can live without a dog, but that's just me. It's because when we lost our two, it was very difficult for my wife and I. It was very difficult to be without them because we had been, I myself had a dog for 33 years straight.
Yeah, because Spencer and Penny weren't your first therapy dogs, right?
Nope,
you
had
a couple.
Mandy and Misty before that, and I had a Cocker Spaniel before that. So since 1990, I've had at least one dog. Since 96, I've had two or more. So to go from 2 to 0 was very, very difficult. So it was very difficult for us. Come here, buddy. Hey, bud, what are you doing? And he's got the puppy zoomies. He's an ordinary puppy when he needs to be, but he's very chill and non-reactionary, which is great for a therapy dog. So like a loud sound or something he doesn't jump out of his skin.
Right.
We've exposed him to vacuums and lawnmowers and you name it, the blender, and it's good. Just positive reinforcement, and he's doing fantastic.
That's great.
He does like to eat stuff too.
Yeah. Well, he's a puppy, right? Everything looks like food.
Yeah. So.
So before we let you go, and it's been so fun to meet Jimmy, and it's great to see that you're continuing your work. So Spencer passed away this March, and he was
13 and 7 months.
Okay.
And then
is that normal for a golden that age?
It's actually older than the average, sadly. Okay. And it's in recent years, I think the longevity of dogs in general, not even just purebreds, but a lot of mixed breeds they do find cancer is rampant.
Yeah.
In Spencer and Penny's memorial page actually raised over $41,000 for cancer research in canines. So he continues to make a difference even though he's gone. Yeah. And and they're discovering some things that might actually help either isolate some genes or I think it's genetic, but I also think there's a lot of outside forces here too. Yep. I don't think it's one thing or the other. My personal thing is I question what we're putting on the lawns, but that's just me, so I don't put anything in my lawns, but it's still out there.
The other thing with Spencer, you're in the process of raising funds. You have a GoFundMe site to do a statue memorial in honor of Spencer. How's that going?
Pretty good. It's we have a couple of locations. They're 100% committed that they want the statue. So when he passed away, the enormous outcry for a statue on the route, somewhere along the route was enormous, and of course I felt the same way. But I said, well, everybody wants one, we're going to get one.
Right.
So we researched a local artist. He's out of Canton. He's actually worked in Hollywood and everything else. Half the funds are there already. We've already made the deposit. The construction is underway. Our goal is to have it there for the marathon this coming year. Okay. That's our goal. It's a hefty, lofty goal, and it's and I think it's doable.
And if people wanted to go to the site and figure out how to support, where would it be?
It's a GoFundMe site. You can the easiest way to do it is just find Spencer and Penny and go on their Facebook page, and there'll be some links in there and stuff like that. You certainly happy to. Anybody can email us for a direct link.
Okay.
But it's Spencer's statue memorial statue fund and GoFundMe.
Right.
You might be able to search it that way.
Okay.
And we're halfway there, and we're gonna sell some T-shirts and some prints and stuff like that.
Don't you have an event coming up?
We do. We have an event, a celebration of life for Spencer and Penny. Last year we had that. We had the birthday party for them.
Yep.
And 500 to 700 people came.
Wow! To their birthday party.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure if we'll have that kind of turnout this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did.
And when is that celebration of life?
July 29th. It's a Saturday. It's 3 to 7 in the afternoon at the Happy Retriever in Holliston. It's rain or shine because it's a huge training facility, so we can do everything inside if we had to.
Nice.
So there's no reason. Last year we had, and this year again we'll have antique cars there. We have vendors. Last year we had the lobster food truck. This year we got Snappy Dog is coming this year.
Ooh, Snappy Dog.
We love Snappy Dog.
That's relevant.
Yeah, and TC Scoops they have an event earlier on, but they're going to come after 5, so there'll be some ice cream there. And we had lawn games. It was a lot of fun last year. We had a DJ and everything, and we planned this similar experience this year.
Wonderful.
And there's a suggested donation of $5 whole. That's it. Or $10 a family. So
there you go.
And we're not turning anybody away either.
And where is the Happy Retriever? Where's that located?
It's on 126 in Holliston.
Okay. Great.
Yep, and it's
so if people want to meet Jimmy in person.
Yeah, it's a meet and greet with Jimmy.
Meet and greet with Jimmy.
Jimmy's out coming out party. You would be surprised how many people are so anxious to meet him. So
yeah.
So
well, he is a sweetie.
Yeah, Polka Dog Bakery's coming too. They're a small chain that based out of Boston, and they raised a lot of money for Spencer's Cancer Fund, and they're coming again, and they're going to donate proceeds to the statue fund. So
nice.
We're thrilled to have them as well. And any local vendors who would like to come, we'd love to have you.
Okay.
We'd love to have you. Anybody, the bagel table
is that way.
Bagel table, yeah. Anybody's welcome if they wanted to set up a table. You can just contact us. We'd love to have you because it was a really fun event, and it was we were just blown away by the turnout last year. It was just amazingly fun.
Great. Well, Rich, thank you for coming and chatting with us.
Thanks for
and
having us. I
introducing us to Jimmy.
He's a good boy.
What a good boy you are.
He's a good
What
boy.
a good boy.
And we're thinking he's probably going to be able to hold the flag.
Okay. Next year.
No pressure, Jimmy, but
No.
no pressure. It might be a lot of pressure for 1-year-old, but But he's already holding things. He's already holding signs. He's already doing updates. So,
Right.
So I think there's hope.
Good. Well, thank you so much, Rich.
Well, I
Good luck
appreciate
with the event.
Good to see you.
It was good
So
seeing
great to
you,
see
and
you.
thank you for allowing us to introduce
We do
our
love sharing.
viewers to Jimmy.
Yeah, we love sharing him with the world. So
Great. Well, that wraps up this segment of Around the Clock. Thank you so much for watching.
boy.